Hi, my name is Allison Mack, and I'm the nurse practitioner medical education lead here at Enable Injections. Today I'm going to be talking to you about sustainability and IV waste comparison between IV infusions and our device, the enFuse. So when people associate an IV infusion or IV equipment, a lot of times they think, well, I just need a basic bag of meds and a needle. Well, in fact, that's not the case. You do need a lot more supplies when it comes to inserting an IV. Here we have the pole, the bag, the tubing, and extension tubing, and all of the supplies here listed on or shown on the table. So you have your basic tape, your syringe to flush lines. You have to have a barrier here to protect the patient or the table that you're going to be setting yourself up on. You have your alcohol wipes, your bandage, and your Tegaderm. This is all single-use equipment, and it is set up for just one successful IV insertion. We all know that IVs never go in the first time easily. There's often multiple attempts, and when that happens, you actually need more equipment that's listed here. You're going to need a new needle, you're going to need more than one alcohol wipe, and you're definitely going to need more bandages. Keep in mind as well, with this equipment laid on the table, every one of these items is single use, so they come individually wrapped. So these are the bags here, just to highlight some of the material that each and every single one of these come in. They never come in as a kit. So what we have here too is a 3D model of some of the waste that's laying on the table here, tied to a bottle here. So it just goes to show that putting an IV in isn't just simply one needle in one bag. There's a lot of other things that are involved going into an IV insertion and an infusion. On the other side, we have our device, the enFuse device. We have two devices here, the gas vial and the syringe. Instead of just one IV insertion kit, we actually have two devices here, and you can clearly see we still have less equipment, less waste than you do for a basic IV. We just have the devices, the bases. Every time you apply one of the devices, you need a single-use alcohol wipe. You need your vial of medication and a syringe, depending on the device that you use. And each one comes in their carton that houses the device. This is recyclable, whereas none of the stuff for the IV can be used again. The gloves may or may not be used depending on where the device is actually placed. If it's placed in the home, a lot of times the user, the patient themselves, may choose not to use gloves. If it's placed in a facility, then standardization is typically with gloves. So bottom line is, IVs, although they may seem simple and produce less waste, that's not the case at all. The enFuse itself is clearly showing less wastage and hopefully the carbon footprint reduction.
The investigational enFuse system has not been approved for use by any regulatory agency and is currently not approved for commercial use. To learn more about the enFuse, please visit enableinjections.com.